Greetings everybody, welcome to Big Daddy Motor Cars. Big Daddy here, 2019 yeehaw! Because if you were watching any of our previous segments, you know that we got three big projects going on for 2019. We got a 69 Mach 1, we previously talked about that. I'm going to tell you about what we're doing and what's going to go down here for and with the 67. So, if you remember, we jumped into notoriety because of the 67 GT500E that we built here. That car was dubbed the Pit Viper, and that's sitting right here behind me. This car has just absolutely knocked it dead and put us on the map with its unique styling, its paint perfection, and not to mention its performance. What a car to drive. It is so much fun. So what thrust us into the limelight was that car and the demand for building people that car. So we've decided to go ahead and do that, and that's why we have Big Daddy Motor Cars. And so what you're looking at here now is a shell, a 67 fastback shell, that when we're done with that will be almost identical to the infamous Pit Viper. So I've got a beautiful piece of canvas here to start with. All the metal work is all done, straight, rust-free, full coilover suspension, front and back, powered rack already in there, all ready now for all the things that we're planning to do to this car to make it very much like the Pit Viper. So we'll be dropping in a fuel injection tank because this car will have port-based fuel injection. On the inside, we're going to equip it with a one-piece headliner to increase headroom. We're going to put subwoofers, two subwoofers in the back, 6x9s up in the pillars, 4-inch three-ways up in the front of the console. We're going to remove the seat 4 inches back. We're going to drop it down 2 inches so that it can accommodate, us 6 feet and over people. Of course, it's going to have air conditioning. It's going to have modern electronics. So, an AM, FM, MP3, CD, all, Bluetooth, all of that cool functionality, but yet still remain a nice nostalgic look to it. You'll see. And if you remember what the Pit Viper looks like, think about that. And then when we get in here into the engine compartment, we're looking at possibly a Coyote-based power plant, MSD ignition, lots of good stuff going on in here. So for a project like this, I'm going to be dealing with lots of different vendors. We've done a lot of research here at Big Daddy Motor Cars, and a lot of research went into the Pit Viper and choosing all the components. So we go through that same exercise because we're going to use some different components on this vehicle. So we're dealing with a whole number of vendors, and what I prefer to do is do all my research and then I go to Summit, because that's to be my one-stop shopping place and actually the best place where I get the best bargain. So I'll be leaning on my friends over at Summit again for this project as we go through and build this car from the bottom up and from front to back until we get another masterpiece very similar to the Pit Viper. So stay tuned!